Hey, birthday girl. What you doing? Are you having breakfast?
Breakfast on my birthday.
Hey, birthday girl.
I'm going to defend myself.
Defend yourself from
I'm
what?
going to defend myself.
You acting violent? There you go. See? No, you chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out.
You know what?
Chill out. Why you trying to help me?
You know what?
What if the final conversation you ever have is a text message? One argument that ends in a simple request: go home. And what if the person you love most is waiting for you, ready to explode? On social media, Amanda Williams had it all. She was a thriving hairstylist, a beloved mother, and the light of her community. She found her missing piece in a man named Terrell Edwards, and everyone, her family, her clients, her friends, was so happy for her. Their romantic trips and public proposal seemed like a fairy tale. But a funny thing happens when the cameras turn off. The fairy tale starts to fray. The texts become more tense, the arguments more frequent. Just a few hours away at a hair show in Columbus, Amanda sent a final text that night, telling Terrell to leave her house. A simple request that escalated in a way nobody could have predicted. When Amanda walked through the door of her home, the argument didn't end. It exploded. What happens when the person you trust with your life suddenly becomes the greatest threat you have ever faced? A man was taken into custody, and then he was let go. Is it fair to judge a relationship from the outside, based only on what people choose to share? We all look for the fairy tale, but we miss the fine print. Don't scroll past the reality that people hide. If you don't take a second to subscribe, you might miss the subtle signs that are right in front of you. Welcome to Hot True Crime Stories. Kindly support us by subscribing to this channel and turn on the notification bell icon so you won't miss out on our important true crime documentary. To know Amanda Williams was to know a force of nature. At 46, she was a popular hairstylist in Warrensville Heights, Ohio. More than that, she was the heart of her community. Her salon was a hub, a place where people felt special and connected. She was a mother, a brand new grandmother, and the glue that held her family together. The joy she had for her children was a badge of honor. Her happiness seemed complete when she found Terrell Edwards. On social media, they were a perfect match. Their romantic trips and public proposal made everyone believe she had found her fairy tale. Her family was thrilled. But a funny thing happens when the cameras turn off. The fairy tale starts to fray. The public smiles hide a secret history. Behind closed doors, there was a different story, one of growing arguments and mounting tension. In court, evidence revealed a chilling cycle of abuse and apology. In a text message shared with the jury, Amanda wrote to him, "Every time I look in the mirror, I get angry all over again. To walk around looking like a battered woman is not only embarrassing, but humiliating. To use your foot to do damage is one of the ultimate sign of destruction." She hid this from her family, even wearing a face mask to conceal her bruises. She was silently enduring a torment no one saw. This pattern of cruelty and forgiveness all came to a head on October 9th, 2023. An argument started between them over text messages while Amanda was away on a business trip. A simple request to leave her house, a final message sent, and a fuse that was lit from miles away, burning all the way to her front door. She had no idea it was the last time she would walk in. The argument exploded. According to Terrell Edwards, Amanda grabbed a kitchen knife and held him hostage in their bedroom. He claimed she was coming at him, so in a desperate act of self-defense, he grabbed her gun from under the mattress. He had no other choice but to fire. He called 911 himself. When police arrived at the home on Sunset Drive, they found Amanda with multiple gunshot wounds. She was taken to the hospital, but it was too late. Terrell was detained and questioned. He told the officers his story of a man defending his life from a violent fiancée. It seemed to make sense, and the police allowed him to go home. He was a free man. But a funny thing happens when the story is too clean. The truth is often a different kind of terrifying. Amanda wasn't shot once or twice. She was shot 6 times. A revolver emptied into her body. The most damning evidence? The fatal wounds were to her neck and her back. One of the shots would have instantly paralyzed her, making it physically impossible for her to hold a knife or lunge at him. In those final, horrifying moments, Terrell did more than just shoot her. Amanda's daughter, Tyler, heard the shots, and rushed upstairs. She found Terrell standing over her mother. She tried to get to her, but he blocked the way and locked the door. He wouldn't let her get to her mom in her last moments. He claimed he was trying to shield her from the trauma of seeing her mother like that. But what he was really doing was ensuring there would be no witness and no one to help. For 3 weeks, this man, this killer, walked the streets a free man. A beloved mother was gone, her body bearing the proof of his lies, and still, the system had failed to hold him accountable. The police released him, leaving a grieving family with no answers and no justice. It was a failure that lit a fire in a community that refused to stay silent.
And let's get back to our continuing coverage as well. Today, the jury was able to watch cell phone video of the moment Terrell Edwards shot and killed 46-year-old Amanda Williams. This happened at their home in October. While the prosecution is asserting murder, Edwards is claiming self-defense.
The injustice of Terrell Edwards' release lit a fire in the community of Warrensville Heights. Amanda's family, her friends, and her neighbors refused to be silent. They rallied, they protested, and they demanded action. They marched to the police headquarters to deliver a dossier of evidence themselves, texts, photos, and a history of a man who had lied about everything. The public pressure worked. Within weeks, Terrell was indicted on multiple charges, including murder. He turned himself in, and the case finally went to court. During the trial, Terrell took the stand to repeat his lie of self-defense. But this time, a jury was listening. The prosecution exposed his deception with the definitive evidence they had. They presented the text message where he apologized for kicking Amanda in the face back in 2020. They showed the photos she had hidden, proving a pattern of violence he had publicly denied. The jury saw through his charade. They deliberated and returned a swift verdict. Terrell Edwards was found guilty of murder. The courtroom erupted in a mixture of sobs and sighs of relief. During the sentencing, Amanda's daughter, Tyler, delivered a powerful impact statement. She spoke about the trauma of seeing her mother lying lifeless on the floor and the pain of being unable to hold her. She said she could never call her mom again, while Terrell could still call his own from jail. In the end, he was sentenced to life in prison. While no punishment could ever bring Amanda back, the verdict brought a measure of peace to a community that fought for it. Amanda Williams' legacy is not her death, but the victory that her family and friends secured in her name.
Justice for Amanda!
In the end, Amanda Williams' story became more than a tragedy. It became a powerful example of a community refusing to stay silent. Her family's fight, fueled by grief and a demand for justice, exposed a cycle of violence hidden behind a public persona. They proved that a lie, no matter how convincing, cannot stand against the truth when people are willing to speak up. Terrell Edwards now faces the consequences of his actions. He is in prison, a place where he can no longer inflict pain. While his punishment brings a measure of peace, it cannot fill the void left by a woman who was the light of her community. Amanda's legacy lives on, not only in the family she so dearly loved, but in the lessons her life and death have taught us all. Her story is a reminder to pay attention to the subtle signs, to believe those who are hurting, and to never let a person's light be put out in darkness. Thank you for watching to the end, and I will see you on the next episode of Hot True Crime Stories. Stay safe.